All right, we're back again. We got another top 10 list based on some sweet data from Board Game Atlas. And so last time we did top 10 publishers. This time we got game designers. So Phil and I are going to go through and see who's the top 10, who's not, who we thought would be and aren't there, and talk about it. And so the criteria for this is a little different. Instead of 10 games that are rated, like it was for publishers, a designer gets listed and ranked if they have at least 5 games that are on the ranked list. And so we take the averages of those ranked games and compare them to each other. 56 board game designers meet that criteria.
When you say 5 ranked games, does that include expansions?
It does include expansions. All right, I actually don't know a lot of these names myself, and that might be just because designers on the box are just a name and some oftentimes are overlooked. Why don't we do what we did last time? We'll go 10 to 1, but we'll also look at the other set of them and see who we thought would make it and why.
We're gonna butcher a lot of names too.
Yeah, there's a lot of names that seem a little difficult to pronounce. But we can talk about their games. Oh, Richard Garfield already. Richard Garfield, if you don't know, he's the guy that made Magic the Gathering. And he's also made quite a few other games like King of Tokyo, Bunny Kingdom, Keyforge was a recent one. I think that's why Keyforge got such a big following, is just because it was Richard Garfield.
Right. That was a recent Kickstarter where he got involved too, I believe.
Was it that social party game?
Something like that. I can't remember. It was a bit of a trivia related.
That's right.
Was it?
He partnered with someone interesting on it, didn't he? But he does a lot of different things, which makes him a well-rounded designer. Like, you wouldn't tell by the games themselves that it was designed by him because they're so unique. Like King of Tokyo versus Magic the Gathering feel vastly different. You might expect them to be Keyforging Magic the Gathering, but I'm just gonna scroll through and see. So Reiner is on the list of 500 games. That seems ridiculous.
Prolific. Lots of solid titles. Great titles.
Lost Cities, Quest for Eldorado, Tigris and Euphrates, Ra. Is it just Ra? Or is it R-A?
Is it related to the sun?
The glowing gas ball in the sky?
Huh?
Not like a child.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. He's designed a ton of games.
Oh yeah. I'm actually surprised that he's not in top 10.
In his little bio, he's got over 600 published games. This is crazy. How many games a year is it? So 1990s, 2017, that's 23 years. 600 divided by 23. He designed, on average, 26 games a year. A game every 2 weeks.
Have you played any?
I've played Lost Cities, the board game. That's it. I own Quest for Eldorado, which was a birthday gift from Phil a year ago, which I haven't played yet. Did you end up playing that yesterday?
Not yet.
He said
I was
he would play
trying
it
to play Quest for Eldorado, but
we ended up talking a lot about the business yesterday.
Yeah.
About the website. Lots of cool stuff coming. Ooh, My City. Probably should have been in the top 10. I mean, I'm interested to see what will be in the top 10 now.
Yeah.
All right, so we already talked about Richard Garfield, Jonathan Gilmour. All right, I kind of just want to get in the top 10 because a lot of these seem like great designers. Ooh, Shem Phillips. I know that name. All right, let's just go to the top 10.
All right.
At number 10, Donald. Oh man, this is gonna be hard. Donald Vaccarino. He made Dominion, another deck builder. This is a growing trend, I guess. 3 pro player from Magic the Gathering's created deck building games. So he's known for Dominion, Kingdom Builder, Dominion. It feels heavily weighted by Dominion. Because...
Have you played with any of those expansions?
Intrigue is a wonderful expansion. It made the game have new life. If you have not played Dominion, it is so much fun.
My experience was mixed with Dominion. Yeah, I need to play again, definitely.
I think maybe we should
it's
play
one of those
today.
games where when you play as a beginner, all you're doing is just sitting around and then just watching experienced players take like a minute-long turn.
Go to the max. That's all Dominion is combos and efficiency. All right, moving on. Number 9, we got Nate French, known for Arkham Horror, the card game.
That's actually my first time hearing his name.
Really?
Yeah.
I say really like I should have expected you to, but I didn't know who he was either. He made Legend of the Five Rings. Man, this guy makes a lot of great card games. Legend of the Five Rings, the
I've
card
seen
game.
it before, but never played. So
This is one of the games I played early on because it was on sale. But it's a wonderful game. It's a living card game, so it's not like Magic the Gathering where you're buying booster packs and randomly getting great or most likely terrible cards. It's a set thing, so you see an expansion, you buy it, you get every single card possible, and you add it to your decks and whatever. The only thing that held it back that I didn't want to play it anymore was it's like 3 hours, and the game is...
to play?
Yeah. Have you watched the Korean drama on Netflix called like Hospital something?
I'm not sure.
That's not descriptive
I don't
enough.
know it in in English title. So
Well, dramas are about 45 minutes, right?
so it's more like hour and a half.
Joanne's like, do you want to watch a couple episodes? I'll watch one or two. And it was an hour and 45 minutes. I'm like, this is a full-length movie in a show. And so that's what it feels like, Legend of the Five Rings. Like, every turn felt like an entire game. It kind of was. There's like 7 steps in the turn, and there's a lot of interaction in each step. But it was just too overwhelming, and I didn't want to feel like getting into another, like, lifestyle game.
Have you played any of the other ones here?
No, I think they all fall into that category of lifestyle games.
Except for, at least from what I've heard, for Marvel Champions, that's more of an exception there. It's a pretty good solo game too. And it's definitely one of those games, like all the other games on this list, a lot of the other ones, where you buy one and then you immediately want to get the other packs because, who wants to get a game about Marvel and then not get other expansions related to, like
Iron Man or whatever.
Yeah, Iron Man comes in with the base game, I think, for this one. But yeah.
All right, number 8.
Alexander Pfister.
I've heard of him, I think.
Yeah, he makes great games.
I think I've seen his name associated with Great Western Trail. His number 1 game, Maracaibo. Didn't that just come out?
Last year, I believe.
Okay, because that was one of the trending... Oh, Blackout Hong Kong also came out. A lot of recent hits. I heard of Broom Service, but the box art just really didn't make me want to play it. Do you know anything about this game?
I believe it's a pick up and deliver type of game. It also won...
That's a type of game.
Yeah, it's mechanic.
Pick up and deliver.
And then it was back in, 2015?
Yeah.
When it won Kennerspiel, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, it says it right there.
Yeah. Connoisseur's Game of the Year. I don't even know what that word means.
It's like Connoisseur Enthusiast Game of the Year.
What is a connoisseur, though?
Connoisseur?
Yeah.
Like someone who's...
Does it mean the same as enthusiast?
Yeah, basically.
So essentially...
Like connoisseur of art.
So not a dabbler in party games, but someone who
goes
deeper into the hobby. This doesn't seem like...
In general, historically, Kennerspiel, it has a bit of a controversy to it because the depth of the game. I mean, they define it as a connoisseur enthusiast, something that has more weight to it, but among gamers, they feel like it's too light. He also has a new game coming out called Cloud Age. I pre-ordered it.
Ooh. Number 7. Kori Konetsuka. Number 7. Kori Konetsuka.
That's better than how I would have. Yeah.
How would you have said
I don't know.
Looking at Kori's. Ooh.
FFG.
I see.
A lot of them, at least.
A lot of green scores here. A lot of games I haven't played. A lot of very well-known games, though.
I've been... I got interested in getting, finally, a Star Wars game after watching the final trilogy of Star Wars, which...
That got you into it?
Okay, I'm not going to get into this. But it did help me to enjoy Star Wars with my wife.
Yeah.
So that made me want to get a Star Wars game. Yeah.
Which one would you get?
I think I'm leaning closer to Star Wars Imperial Assault. Yeah.
That seems fun.
TI4.
TI4. That seems like a game that's supposed to be played by every real board gamer, but it's so intimidating. Like at least 4 hours to play. That's the base amount of time needed.
Probably longer.
Yeah. 4 to 8 hours is the game length. It just seems ridiculous. All right, number 6, Emerson Matsuchi. Ooh, Century Spice Road, Century Golem Edition. If you have not played one of the original Century like the first in either of the trilogies. I recommend Gollum Edition. It's the exact same game as Spice Road, but better theme and better components in my opinion. I feel like Phil probably agrees.
Yeah, I say so. Avid game player, game designer. His last name is pronounced like Ma-zu-u-chi.
That's very helpful.
Yeah. Foundations of Rome. That's a recent Kickstarter.
Is it good? Ooh.
1 million.
1 million.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah, it got a lot of attention. Personally, it gave off the feeling of a game that's...
Look at this box.
Yeah, it's huge.
It looks like...
Mostly because if you look, it's kind of like, almost like Tapestry, you know?
But to like a whole new degree even.
Yeah, where there's a lot of the big components that are just designed to deliver more on the experience.
Yeah.
Rather than the practicality of it.
I mean, if you're going to have a game like that, this looks pretty fun.
Now, how expensive was it? Is my question.
$99 if you want the base, it looks like. The Founder Edition for $1,000. All right, number 5. Most people that have played board games or are hobbyists know U. Rosenberg.
Uwe?
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 I think. Uwe Rosenberg?
That's how you pronounce the W?
I think so.
Uwe Rosenberg.
Pretty sure.
Please show us how it's pronounced in the comments. But classic game designer, Patchwork, Agricola, Feast for Odin, Caverna, Bonanza, Le Havre, Glass Road. And I feel like I don't know how to say that one.
Le Havre, I think.
But the V is before the R. But it's Uwe.
Since when does English make sense?
This...
You know, I still have my copy of Agricola that I got. I still
You
haven't...
have Agricola?
Mm-hmm. Still haven't opened it.
The only one I've played from his collection here is A Feast for Odin.
Mm-hmm.
My, that's a good game. It's pretty cool because you're doing worker placement, and my first experience was viticulture, which actually in the Essential Edition, Uwe Rosenberg helped Jamie Stegmeier in some capacity to refine it.
Right.
But anyways, playing Feast for Odin after that, in viticulture, you just place your worker, your little dude, and then do the thing. And there's like 4 options per part of the game. But with A Feast for Odin, there are like 45 options. And they're all kind of themed and interesting, but it's such a different experience. You may be thinking, hearing that there's 45 options, that it is going to be crazy analysis paralysis. But what I think shows off his design skills is the fact that after you make one decision, or even before you make a decision, there's kind of a lean that, you know, you should go this way. Because from what I remember, there's like starting resources or like a direction. And essentially, it narrows your field of choice pretty quickly so that you can roll into the next turns pretty quickly without too much paralysis. I think that is a great design.
Is there much of an interaction between players?
Well,
are there a lot of opportunities to block off each other?
There's definitely some of that because it's not like every single thing is 100% unique. It's like combinations of gather this and this resource or do this type of thing that does interact with all these others. So there's a lot of overlapping stuff. It's just what kind of overlapping do you want is essentially what you're choosing. And it's still worker placement where if I take this, then it blocks off the other person. So they have to make some sort of compromise but still get what they want and start on a different path almost. So there's still some good interaction there. Should we move on?
Yeah.
All right. Number 4, Jamie Stegmeier. Hey, Jamie. Are you watching? Number 4 designer, also known for Stonemaier games. He is the designer of Scythe, Viticulture, Tapestry, Charterstone, Euphoria, a few other games, but those are the ones top here. What do you think of Jamie?
Great guy.
It's easy to feel like I know him because he has a lot of video content.
Right. And we've talked with him.
We both talked with him too, so that's also helpful. He's just such a approachable person. And so I think that's also why I mean, he makes great games as well, but like I have more of an affinity because I feel like I know him a little more. Which of these have you played?
Viticulture, I played. Tapestry, Tuscany, I've had. I mean, I have. Let's see. Is that it? Viticulture, Tapestry.
So I played Scythe and Viticulture.
Oh, Pendulum.
Pendulum. He didn't design Pendulum.
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay.
he just published it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get Plans and Ploys, the expansion of Tapestry?
No.
I do want to play Tapestry. I bought that a long time ago, but just haven't gotten to it because it was right when my second son was born, and then COVID.
So there's Scythe, Viticulture, Tapestry, Charterstone, Euphoria. And then what were the other games?
The other core games, base games. I didn't really see any.
Rolling Realms is like a recent one that he ended up doing.
That was pretty much it. Everything else is like expansion promo. Anyways, let's move on to number 3. We got your turn.
Antoine Bauza.
That sounded good. Antoine Bauza. He's got some great games. Seven Wonders Duel, Hanabi, Takanoko. Okay, Takanoko. Tokaido, Ghost Stories, lots of Seven Wonders related stuff. Definitely seems like a pretty good range of games. Which ones have you played?
Surprisingly, I still haven't played Seven Wonders.
Oh, really?
Hanabi I played. Takenoko I haven't played. Tokaido I played. Ghost Stories, I've heard that it's a very, very tough co-op, I believe. Terror in Meeple City, I believe that's out of print. He seems to have quite a bit of Japanese influence, seems like. It's interesting. A lot of the games that he designed aren't my preferences. I can see how he's come out with a lot of big hits though.
They seem like they're on the lighter side. All right, let's move on to number 2. Ooh, co-designer of Seven Wonders Duel, Bruno Cathala. So he's also got King Domino, 5 Tribes, Shadow over Camelot, Jamaica. Is that just how you spell it? Jamaica?
I think so.
There's an I in it?
Pretty sure.
Looks like a very cool box. Raptor. How do you say that? Cyclades. Definitely not someone I recognize. French designer.
Yeah, he's quite well known. And I've always wanted to play 5 Tribes. I used to have it on my wish list for quite a long time, but it just seemed like not a type of game that I would play with my wife. So, yeah.
Do you want to move on to number 1? So
is it already number 1?
Bruno was number 2. Number 1, we have Matt Licock. And he designed Pandemic Legacy, Forbidden Island, Forbidden Desert. I say it like this because these are some of the most well-known co-op games of ever. And
he's the co-op guy.
The co-op guy. Roll Through the Ages, Bronze Age. Definitely. Like Pandemic, ranked 12 on our website. I think that's number 2 on Board Game Geek.
Yeah, I don't have all that much to say because co-op games aren't my favorites.
Yeah.
And especially Pandemic style games. I mean, I like them, but it's not my favorite. So
cool. Matt Licock, number 1 board game designer ever. Do you agree with this list? Because I'd love to see your thoughts in the comments. Is Matt Licock your number 1 designer?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Yeah, he's not mine either. I think my number 1 designer, and I would define the number 1 as the person, if they were to design a game and I had to buy it without knowing anything.
Okay.
Would probably be Jamie off of this list. Maybe Richard Garfield would be number 1, number 2.
I say I have more of a natural attraction to Shem Phillips, is one.
Ooh, Phil Walker Harding. He's made quite a few good games, actually.
I think it's more like I have designers who I look out for when they come out with a new title. For example, it's... Why can't I think of the name? Designer of Root.
Oh, Cole Worley.
Yeah.
Is he even on this list? He might not have enough games. Yeah, I don't think he has enough ranked games. Who's your favorite designer? Put them in the comments below and let us know. And if you like these kind of videos, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll make some more. We got a lot of cool data that we can create into top lists and take a look at. I think our next ones might be top mechanics or
top categories.
Or we can make new style lists. I can create new criteria to make trending or watch list designers or publishers. I want to do the publisher one. I want to see leader games on a list and Roxley games that don't have as many titles ranked.
I also want to do something more game specific, like top 10 worker placement games.
Ooh,
top
that sounds
10 something.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that one next. What would be your top 10 lists you want to see based on some cool algorithmic data? All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.